Are we going? Awesome. All right, we're live.
Yes.
Happy
Hello.
Tuesday. Feels
Yes.
like it's been a while, hasn't it, Steph?
I feel like I'm just all over the place with dates. So
I feel like it's been a while. Like there was well, here in Canada, and I mean, even in the US, you got, they all had July 4th, Independence Day, and here we had Canada Day on July 1st, and it hit midweek. So I
yeah,
feel like I personally took an extended, Canada Day was Wednesday,
Thursday.
Thursday, Friday, or sorry, it was Thursday, and then Friday. So I was like, we took an extended long week. So I hope everyone is doing well
Yeah.
and everyone's feeling rested.
I feel like this is the greatest topic after coming on off of a long weekend.
Right. I think we planned this fairly well. So what is our topic today?
Well, everyone, welcome. Welcome to our weekly Tuesday talks. I'm Steph. That's Nat. And today's topic is talking about blood sugar and cravings. More specifically, what happens when you are struggling with an imbalance in blood sugar? Why is this important to your overall mental and physical health and the relationship that it has with your constant cravings? And of course, our top 3 ways to get a handle on those cravings.
Mm-hmm.
Before we dive in, though, we want to make sure that, of course, you don't miss out on any of those future coaching calls that we have. So make sure you're liking, following, subscribing to our page, turn on your notifications, and just so that you're alerted next time that we go live. So now, I think we really need to start off, though, with what exactly do you mean when you say imbalanced blood sugar? Like, what is imbalanced blood sugar?
All right. And that's a great question. And I know probably a few of you are like, yes, please break this down. So here's a quick crash course on blood sugar, also known as blood glucose. It's the sugar that the bloodstream carries it's the sugar that the bloodstream carries throughout the body to all the cells in the body to supply us with energy. The sugar comes from the food we eat or the foods we drink, anything that we ingest. And your blood sugar levels change throughout the day and are typically at their lowest point before your first meal. After you eat, the body then responds by secreting insulin, a hormone produced by the pancreas that allows your body to either use glucose from your food or store it for future use. So think like runners prepping for a marathon, right? So we can store it or we can use it right away. And insulin regulates your blood sugar levels that are found in your body and tries to prevent them from getting too high or too low. Consistently elevated blood sugar levels is what often leads to insulin resistance. And so we're not talking diabetes just yet. Insulin resistance happens before prediabetes. And then after prediabetes is type 2 diabetes. So there can be a progression. So if you're finding that you're hypoglycemic, this can be thrown in there as well. So this is kind of the progression.
Okay. And Nat, can you tell us how does this actually show up in your body? Like, what are the symptoms of an imbalanced blood sugar? Maybe take us through some of the physical side effects that we might experience.
Yes. So now we've had a crash course, very simplified way, what is blood sugar. And so now when your blood sugar is balanced, you'll likely feel energetic. You'll feel happy, you'll feel productive, you'll sleep well. You feel good. Your mood is balanced and everything. When your blood sugar is imbalanced, you might notice the following. You might notice irritability and mood fluctuations, especially when you start to get hungry. You may find it super difficult to lose weight, and you may be holding on to weight throughout the midsection. This is like the abdominal into the hip area.
That little muffin top that people
Yes. You might notice hormonal imbalances and changes in your cycle. So your period might be all over the place. You may be getting a more frequent period, less frequent period. You may be getting really bad PMS.
What
Hormonal
about
change.
heavy bleeding? Is that imbalanced as well?
Sorry, what was that?
Like heavy bleeding, but like maybe
Yes.
a week, like a normal length, but like
like 7 days a
Low.
week, heavy bleeding the entire time. So anything that is a difference from your norm. So it could be like intense breast tenderness, like that you take off the bra and you're like, "Ow, ow, 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 ow," right? That, like the growth of your breasts. You might actually gain weight, like pounds leading up to your period. You might hold on to a lot of water weight. So, like any intense fluctuations in your hormones or in your cycle can be a result of an unstable blood sugar. This is multiple symptoms, okay? So we're not just saying just hormonal issues and you don't have anything else going on. You might also be constantly craving sugar, baked goods, sweets, treats, chocolate, anything that is sweet, anything that's going to elevate your blood sugar. Also, carbs, like bagels or bread or croissants or muffins, like anything that is very carb based and very sugar. Okay. So you need to remember your brain knows that that's a slice of whole wheat toast, but below your neck, it is still going to affect your blood sugar the same way. So if you're craving, when you get up, you're craving like toast for breakfast, like these are things that are good indicators of imbalanced blood sugar. You might also be noticing that you're looking for that next pick me up from coffee or other stimulants, especially midday. You might also notice that you're feeling anxious and sluggish, and or you may feel like you actually need to lie down after a meal, that you actually feel tired after a meal. So you eat, and then you're like, I need to go lay down. Or you might be hungry every like 1 to 3 hours. Typically, that 2 hour mark, you might be noticing like if you eat breakfast at 8 a.m., you're hungry by 10 a.m., then you have lunch by noon, by 2, 3 o'clock, you're hungry again, then you're hungry another 2 hours later before you even get home and get to dinner. So if you're like, check, 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 it's possible that you might be dealing with the imbalanced blood sugar roller coaster.
All right. Now let's change gears just for a minute because my mind is spinning here. Let me address some of the mindset struggles that occurs when you're constantly riding that blood sugar roller coaster. Because I think these symptoms are also important to be aware of. So these constant fluctuations with your blood sugar and the inconsistent release of nutrients that causes imbalance to happen in your brain too. So you have this imbalance going in your body, but your brain is also experiencing this. Okay, so it can increase feelings of anxiety, especially when your blood sugar crashes and the shakes occur. Your brain could perceive this as an anxiety, especially if you're already prone to anxious symptoms. And this can actually trigger a physical anxious reaction in your body, which then will increase the amount of adrenaline in your body. And then the more adrenaline we get, the more anxious symptoms we get or we experience, and can actually heighten those sensations of panic and actually can ultimately end up leading you into a panic attack. So be aware of that. And then after this intense release of adrenaline, the body then will stop producing it after we have a panic attack or have that high, intense, anxious symptom. And this sudden decrease can leave you feeling overly fatigued and exhausted, like Natalie was saying, this kind of tiredness, right? So when this happens, your brain then begins to go into a worry and depressive guilt mode, and it can amplify those emotions even more. So this up and down ultimately will then affect your focus, your attention, your memory, your concentration, leading you to make errors or lash out because your emotional instability at that time. And you can even experience that hangry emotion or find yourself crying for no reason at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So all this up and down, this is happening in your body, your brain, your body, this constant fluctuation. And the one common thing that is happening in this constant increase and decrease in energy fluctuations, when your body is constantly trying to regulate what is happening internally, it can be exhausting. So if you're already struggling with being tired every day, this isn't going to help you feel energized and ready to go. The fatigue on your body causes an intense craving for fuel, more specifically simple carbs that are loaded in sugar to get you more energized. Both the body and brain need this sugar to keep it going throughout the day. What this means is you may find yourself gravitating towards that second or third or fourth cup of coffee. You might be reaching for that chocolate bar or the donut when you walk by the bakery or at the cash register, or you might be craving, like that toast or breads or pastas or whatever, and find yourself knee deep, in indulging in the 6 slices of pizza, right? Like this is where it sends you in that spiral. Your body then associates this up and down and pairs it with your fave quick go-tos. All right, so think of like all your cravings, and now think of the things you actually reach for. So every day when you're riding this roller coaster, blood sugar up, blood sugar down, you begin to crave more and more of these foods to get you through the day, leaving you stuck and constantly wanting to eat well and feel energized and just overall feeling better, but you feel unable to stick to it and unable to just follow through because the pull towards these things just doesn't end. This is that craving roller coaster. This is the blood sugar roller coaster. This is the, tomorrow I start again Monday, and I'm going to eat clean and I'm going to do all the things, and then it unravels throughout the day. So what are you to do? You're just like, what the actual fuck? I'm doomed. I'm here to help you guys get off this roller coaster and get you heading where you want to go. And here are my top 3 ways to help balance your blood sugar naturally and help rid yourself of those cravings. Okay, you ready? Get a pen and paper if you need to, or re-listen to this. Number 1, I will say this until I am blue in the face: protein, fat, fiber, every meal, hands down. This helps your blood sugar stabilize throughout the day, and it helps you avoid snacking and eating that like every 2 to 3 hour type thing. Okay. So what the heck does protein, fat, and fiber even look like at a meal? Think of like a plate. What is your protein source on that plate? Is it eggs for breakfast? Is it turkey bacon, or maybe it's some chicken at dinner? Healthy fat can be the olive oil you use, or it could be some fresh avocado, or it could be, coconut oil, or it could be butter. And fiber rich sources, think of like half your plate with veg at like lunch and dinner. And for breakfast, this could be a little bit of a complex carb. This could be some sauteed spinach. If you're having a smoothie, there's greens in there, some veggies, a little bit of fruit. A healthy fat like some yogurt, and then a protein powder. Okay, so it doesn't have to be fancy, just start to break it down.
My lunch today, everybody, was literally a half a plate of raw vegetables like carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, and snap peas, because that was left over in the fridge. Then I had some turkey slices, some salami slices, and some leftover chicken salad, like literally with mayonnaise on my side. I had like a couple crackers that were left over for my kids, dipped in hummus.
Honestly, my lunch today was literally the leftover chicken and sauteed peppers and onions. I took that out and just threw it onto already like I bought washed lettuce, did a couple handfuls, and just like scoop this and throw it onto there. Like simplicity.
Be simple, like Natalie's saying, half your plate vegetables. Where's your protein, and which fat are you going to add to it?
Yes.
So it doesn't have to be like go into the kitchen and cook something. Literally, exactly. When you're throwing random things together, just keep those 3 things in mind.
Yep. My next tip number 2, move your body. I know that's not sexy. I know you don't want to hear it. But the reason why movement, now I'm not saying exercise, I'm saying moving your body daily. This can be walking, this can be stretching, this can be doing yoga, this can be resistance training, this could be cleaning your house. You know how many times I have to run up and down stairs? That counts. Get your buns up and get them moving. Movement has been shown to help your muscles utilize the circulating glucose, the sugar, to help with blood sugar. So remember when we said whatever we eat or drink, it will raise our blood sugar, and either our muscles are going to use it right away or get stored. So think of anytime you eat, don't sit down. Get those buns moving. Clean up the kitchen before you sit down. Hustle a bustle, tidy things up. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just move your body daily. Super important. Tip number 3. Aim to get between 7 and 9 hours of sleep or restful moments in your day. Reducing stress will actually help you manage your blood sugar and promote cell repair and help you have more energy so you can actually make better food choices and have more energy to do those workouts and to do the movement and go for the walk. So this is, again, not necessarily stressing about I'm not getting perfect sleep or I'm up through the night with the kids or XYZ. This is how can you do more restful things than through the day to reduce that overall stress and that overburdening feeling, that overwhelming feeling? Or is it that you just shut things down and you go to bed earlier, right? Can we do that? What can we do to get more rest? Because it's about actually the stress. It's about reducing that stressor versus the sleep specifically. Does that make sense? Steph, do you want to add anything to that one there?
Yeah, like you're saying, like rest, like that includes, guys, if you have to turn the TV on sometimes for the kids and just be able to lay down with them, that's great. Again, you don't always have to have a jam-packed day. A lot of
Yes.
times our guilt gets in the way and we're not doing enough for our kids, and we feel like we have to go, go, go because of them. You have to understand that they get tired too. And so if you're noticing, especially throughout the summer, okay, we're in the summer now, your kids are having a little more meltdowns, it's probably because they're overtired and you keep pushing them to go, go, go because you feel guilty about allowing them to have that TV time.
Yes.
So if you have guilt, we have to work on that emotion to get rid of it, to understand that sleep and rest and calming activities are really good for our bodies, not just when it's raining outside. We can do these things daily. Okay.
I love that. Thank you, Steph.
All right. Thanks, Nat, for sharing all that great information and those easy to follow tips. Like they're super easy. Just get up and move after every meal, walk around the kitchen, go vacuum. I'm sure everyone needs a vacuum. My house needs a vacuum. Again, grab whatever you can, but just throw a bunch of vegetables on that plate for that fiber. Again, slop some type of
Don't even
fat
cook
on
them.
there.
Raw veggies.
I don't even, yeah. During the day, I don't even cook it.
Simplify,
During the day,
ladies.
it's all raw vegetables, and I literally buy them already chopped up in my fridge for that specific reason, because it's like I don't have time to do one
Yes.
more. So how do I make sure that I'm eating? So guys, simple, simple, simple. Okay. And then like the rest, we need rest. Okay. But these are really great tips. Again, don't overcomplicate things. So again, if you're getting all up in your head about all this, start with one thing daily and can until it becomes a habit. Okay. So maybe aim to start each day with a protein packed breakfast that's, has a great source of fats, or even that fiber. So that again, you're starting your day off right. So maybe it's just always perfecting your morning breakfast to set you up for the day and moving on. Okay. Again, or, plan out those dinners. Where's your protein? And can you add 2 vegetables to that protein? And then when you're cooking it, can you drizzle some oil on it and boom, done. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be this gourmet
Fancy.
meal. Okay.
Yes.
Just balance that. Again, I like using my plate as my guide. I always break it down into 4 quadrants. One is for protein.
They need
One is
adult-sized kid plates.
right? Like, and then half of my plate is usually vegetables. You can quarter that and put like fruit. I don't usually eat a lot of fruit because I'll have that in my smoothie instead. But again, I always make half my plate of vegetables and then 2 other quadrants, protein and fat. And then it's just a simple way to see it, to make sure you're on track to get what your body really needs.
Love it. Love it. All right, everyone. That's all for today. That's all we have for you. If you have any questions or concerns, drop them into the chat. We do actually have a special free gift for you all today. I'm going to pop that in the chat below. This is, do you know your cravings? So everyone, we all have most of us are either sweet tooth or savory tooth, salty tooth, whatever crunchy comfort carbs, whatever it is. So what we've done is we've actually put together a free guide. Hello. And what it's going to do is help you break things down a little bit more simply. So if you want access, follow the link. If you're still like super confused about things, if you're not sure where to begin, if you're like, I can't get a handle, stress is maybe the biggest thing at the forefront for you, and you realize how much it's actually affecting all these avenues, consider reaching out. Steph is our mindset coach inside the Stress Less Method. I'm a holistic nutritionist, and together I'm sure we can definitely come up with a customized approach to help you all. Thank you all for watching. If you have, like I said, if you have any questions or concerns, drop them in the chat. Take a look at the free guide in there. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you all next week.
Bye, everybody.